Internet, I know I say all my videos are pretty damn important, but seriously, this is probably one of my most important videos. I'm covering some of the most fundamental questions when it comes to training. How many reps, sets, and what load should you do when it comes to strength or trying to build size? Let's take a look at the big board. Who wants to get stronger? Isn't that what machines are for? To pick shit up? I'm here just to look good. Alright. We gonna learn something today. We're learning about the best reps, sets, and loads for your goal. Now really, there's only 3 goals I want to focus on. Endurance is not nearly as important for someone that wants to build size. The 3 goals we're talking about today are pure strength, pure hypertrophy, so trying to gain size, or my favorite, the hybrid of trying to gain size and strength at the same time. I'm going to make the argument that you can build size just as fast if you also pursue strength at the same time. If you understand this, you'll understand more about training than the vast majority of individuals. Because depending upon your goal, you have a different load, rep, set, and ultimately rest period. And when we refer to load, what I'm really talking about is the percentage of your 1 rep max. If you were to calculate your 1 rep max, which is not necessary, you would find that the loads that you need to lift would be a certain percentage of that. If you lifted 100 pounds as your 1 rep max, your 85% max of that would be 85 pounds. It's not as necessary to calculate your loads as it is your reps. For instance, when it comes once again to strength, you want to keep your reps below 6. And for whatever reps you choose, you select a weight so that you complete the set. It's not easy, but you don't train to failure. You should always have approximately 1 rep left in the tank. That way, you'll always be approximately close to your proper load. The third column, sets, refers to 1 primary movement, how many sets you should do of that primary movement. If in your workout you have maybe 4, 5, 6 exercises, we're talking about your primary movement. So if on strength, let's say you're training deadlifts, it would be your deadlifts. So you do between 2 to 6 sets of less than 6 reps of a load over 85% of your 1 rep max. In terms of rest, when it comes to strength, between 3 to 5 minutes is what's necessary to help your nervous system recover. When it comes to strength, you'd want less than 10 total sets of a load of 85% or greater, meaning that maybe you select 2 exercises in the strength zone. So you do a deadlift, maybe 3 reps, 3 sets, and then maybe, let's say, a front squat, 5 reps, 5 sets. That'd be 8 sets in total at a load of over 85%, and that'd be sufficient to help you increase your strength. From there, you can do assistance work where you'd get more in a hypertrophy range, so maybe 10 reps of whatever you may have to work on a glute ham raise. But you'd focus on doing approximately less than 10 sets of a load over 85%, reps less than 6, and sets for each of those movements between 2 to 6, while resting 3 to 5 minutes. One of my friends tried to become stronger. Sis. Then he got hepatitis C. Or was it D? If your pure goal is hypertrophy or just building size, then it's slightly different than strength. As you can see, the force spectrum curve, it slightly shifts down. So 67 to 85% of your 1 rep max should be your load. Remember, it's not necessary to calculate your load because as a beginner, that's quite hard to do. And I don't recommend trying to 1 rep max because I don't want you to snap or fuck up your shit. So we look at the reps here and you see for size, in general, it depends on so many factors, and this is a basic diagram. It'd be 6 to 12 repetitions for pure size with no strength gains. And from there, each movement would be 3 to 6 sets. That's why the normal typical bullshit of doing 3, sets of 10 repetitions actually works. Because if you look, it fits in the range. It's 6 to 12, so 10 reps. And the total number of sets for that movement, 3 to 6, it works. 3 sets. Now rest is very individual, but a good basic guideline would be between 30 seconds to 2 minutes. You would select between 4 to 6 different exercises if your goal is pure size, and you do total sets of less than 20. So you pick, let's say, 5 exercises. Each, you might do one that has 5 sets, one that's 4 sets, a couple that have 3 sets. In total, it'd be less than 20 sets. And all would obey this rep range. Because most guys want to build muscle, get stronger, or lose fat, we're not really going to focus on endurance for today. I am going to focus, however, on my favorite topic, which is the hybrid of building both size and strength. And this is what I really want you to understand today, is that you could pursue strength and size at the same time. How would you do this? By combining both of them in the same training program. How you'd set this up is you'd first do your strength lifting, so your heavy lifting. If you look at the force spectrum, strength, your load has to be greater than 85%. Because it's very neurally draining, you'd want to do the strength first. So you select, let's say, 2 exercises. This leg day, you do, once again, deadlifts and front squats. So you do, your 3 reps, because it has to be less than 6 reps, and you do 3 sets. And you got your deadlifts. Then you do your front squats. You do, 5 sets of, let's say, 5 repetitions. Already by shifting your sets, reps, and load selection, your primary first 2 movements are focusing on strength. From there, however, you can move upwards in the force spectrum on to hypertrophy, building size. You'd keep your total volume in that workout, once again, less than approximately 20 sets, and you do more in the hypertrophy range. So maybe you want to work on your quads. So you do a leg press where you really emphasize, higher reps. So let's say maybe 10 to 12 repetitions, feet close together, get those quads going on, and you do maybe 3 sets. If you wanted to grow some ass and maybe some quads, you do Bulgarian split squats as an example, and you do 8 reps per side, and you can do 3 to 4 sets. In total, when you add up all your sets for all your exercises, like I said, if your goal is size and strength, it should be less than 20. You do your strength lifting first, so your 2 movements, and then you move on to your 2, 3, maybe 4 hypertrophy exercises. My goal is to get a goal. In that extremely simple way, you can build both size and strength, and you build size just as fast, and I would argue for beginners, faster than if you focus exclusively on the hypertrophy range. There's a transference of performance from strength to hypertrophy more than there is from hypertrophy to strength. When you break it down like this, you could really see how there's some fundamentals with regards to training. If you understand this, you understand a whole lot actually. You can use more advanced techniques once you understand the basics. Make sure your goal and your training are aligned with one another. Meaning what you do helps you get towards your goals. That's enough talking for today's video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share with friends, and subscribe. And Army, I'll be seeing you in the next video.